we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Others would love to know what you think about crypto. Cryptocurrencies have become a $2 trillion market. And a number of other big trading firms, including those in this town, such as DRW and Jump Trading, are making a big push into crypto. Do you believe in crypto? And even if you don't, Ken, should your businesses be active investors or traders in crypto anyway?
That is a great question. So first and foremost, I wish all this passion and energy that went into crypto was directed towards making the United States stronger. I mean, let's face it, it's a jihadist call that we don't believe in the dollar. I mean, what a crazy concept this is, that we as a country embrace so many bright, young, talented people to come up with a replacement for our reserve currency, which helps to make our standard of living a reality and accrues incredible benefits back to our country. Let's replace the dollars, the global reserve currency, with Bitcoin. That's a brilliant idea. By the way, let's go ahead and build several hundred new power plants that produce an unbelievable amount of carbon to make that dream a reality. I think I maybe just told you how I feel about crypto.
No, could you please be a little more explicit?
So I will have so much hate mail in my inbox and on my Twitter account in about 30 minutes, I can't count it. But we don't trade crypto because of the regulatory uncertainty. We often make markets in companies whose business models I don't really have fondness for, because one of our jobs as a market maker is to meet the liquidity demands of American families that want to invest in X, Y, or Z. And frankly, it's not my job to tell them if they're right or wrong. It's my job to provide them with the best possible price. Because of the lack of regulatory certainty around cryptocurrency, we just aren't involved today. And I really believe that Chairperson Gensler is spot on the need to have thoughtful regulation around cryptocurrency. I actually think that doing so will make it a smaller market because it'll become a far more competitive market when there's regulatory clarity. And that will be good. A smaller market, less people involved who are frankly just trying to make a quick buck. And whatever the virtues are of that product, and I think those are pretty nebulous, will become very different in a world of competitive exchanges and competitive pricing by tier one market makers willing to put their best foot forward. So I really believe that Chairperson Gensler is spot on the need for regulation. And the SEC has got a solid history of writing good regulatory policy.
To be clear, though, if it were regulated, you would trade it?
I would trade it because it would meet the needs of our online brokerage partners who want to have a tier one firm making prices. I mean, part of the reason that we are so significant in retail market making is our incredibly high reliability. We're there every day and every minute of every day. And we provide a great service every day and every minute of every day. And they want us to provide pricing in crypto. I just don't want to take on the regulatory risk in this regulatory void that some of my contemporaries are willing to take on.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we had Ken Griffin speak about cryptos. How cryptos could take the place of the US dollar as the reserve currency. We know that's the digital you want. We know Bitcoin is sitting there for the robots, algorithms, and drones. But we know how the devil works. They come at you with the truth and then sneak their lies in. We know Ken Griffin know what cryptos are for. We know what the hedge fund guys do. We know what all this GameStop was about. And that was to bring in the conversations on crypto, DeFi, and how this legacy market is full of fraud. And don't forget, Janet Yellen was getting paid big money by Citadel. And Janet Yellen and Gary Gensler are the biggest chess pieces for the New World Order to finally get total control over the globe. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
China's been on a war path against cryptocurrencies, it seems, since 2013. And we've seen them implement bans on mining, initial coin offerings, cryptocurrency exchanges, and in their most recent move, an outright ban on cryptocurrencies themselves. So, Chairman, do you support what China has done, and is the SEC planning on implementing similar bans?
I'm familiar with a number of the things that you mentioned in terms of the People's Republic of China. I think our approach is really quite different, and it's a matter of how do we get this field within the investor and consumer protection that we have, and also working with bank regulators and others. How do we ensure that the Treasury Department has it within anti-money laundering, the tax compliance, and of course the financial stability issues that stable coins could raise as well.
But no bans that you're interested in implementing via the SEC, as China has done, really to funnel everyone through their own digital currency.
No, I mean, that would be up to Congress. I mean, what we're really working with the authorities you've given us, and I've said this, I think that many of these tokens, and it's based on the facts and circumstances, but many of these tokens do meet the tests of being an investment contract or a note or some other form of security, that we bring them within the investor protection remit of the SEC.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.